Before we start this video, a quick public service announcement. We were putzing around on eBay and stumbled across this listing. Almost everything about this particular listing is untrue. This is the figure that we are about to look at right now, only the black suit version. Okay, it is not a 1/6 scale figure. It is not from Daredevil Born Again, and it most certainly is not worth $169. Don't pay that either. Okay, don't pay that either. And don't pay that either. Buyer beware, that's all I'm saying. Please. I'm looking out for you guys. And even that's more than I paid for it. But, you know, we all know the situation. So I guess if you want this is kind of what you're going to have to pay. But you can get a coupon. So don't forget, don't buy anything off of AliExpress without a coupon.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
So before we get to talking about today's figure, which is this third-party Murdoch, we'll talk about that in a minute. I want to apologize to Devilish Daring Man here, who we did an essay on some months ago while talking about Shadowland Daredevil. Big fan. Oops, sorry about the glare. Big fan of Shadowland Daredevil. And while we weren't mean or anything, there's some really good things about this figure. He has some problems as an action figure as well. What I failed to mention in that essay is that this guy here is the closest representation to an actual Shadowland Daredevil that we have access to. This Daredevil here, nice figure, but he's basically Daredevil in a black suit. This Daredevil here, this Mezco has also a Shadowland Daredevil. Hard to get. Man, if you can get that thing for less than $300, you have made a serious gain. But he is also just this figure in a black suit. Whereas this guy here, one second. This guy here, this Daredevil from some manufacturer, the box, believe me, the box doesn't tell you who made this. I have no idea who made this figure. But this guy here is the closest representation of artist Billy Tan's version of Daredevil Shadowland that we have. As you can see, dressing the devil, it is almost, just look at it. It is very, very close to an actual Shadowland Daredevil. The way the warped D's, the black, all the black costume, the one strap around the leg. The only problem is this belt, which is terrible, by the way. It should be black, but it keeps riding up anyway. But yeah, like I said, he has some issues as an action figure, but as a Shadowland Daredevil, this guy, very, very good. And hopefully, also, before the end of this video, we're going to see if we can recreate that box cover. I have all of those figures to hopefully recreate that. We'll see. We'll see. But today, we're here to talk about, in probably another episode of what should be, what the heck did I buy from AliExpress? Maybe for the last time, because obviously I'm not paying 392% tariffs on anything anymore. But is the Flef Toys Murdoch action figure for custom. I don't know what that means. Pretty nice box here. You can't tell, but all of these letters are raised on the front and the side. Flef Toys also raised. Flef Toys, and we got a little talk here. Murdoch, American style posable action figure. The whole body has multiple movable joints. It is 7 inches tall and has a battle damaged, fully painted appearance. But yeah, well, you know what? Let's pull Murdoch out of the box so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at here. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on with Murdoch. We're excited to see what's going on with Murdoch Custom. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Murdoch. There were two choices. There was red Daredevil and then black suit Daredevil. Again, this is not Shadowland Daredevil. This is Daredevil in a black suit. We can call him Shadowland if you want to. But anyway, here goes Daredevil, Murdoch, encased in his plastic and protected softly by some more cellophane. Let's say we open this guy up and get him on out of there. And here goes Daredevil, Murdoch, the man without fear. Looking pretty good, as you can see. He's a taller fella. With his accessories, which includes a Matt Murdock head. Probably should have some sunglasses or something on him, shouldn't he? 3 pairs of hands. I see a bow staff. I see 1 beat-up stick, not 2 beat-up sticks. And a couple of those things that Mac likes to swirl around. I don't know what the name of that is. I might figure it out before you end the video. But let's say we take a closer look at Murdoch. Before we go any further, let's let you know that Murdoch was a little bit on the expensive side. Cost about $50. We had a coupon which knocked him down to about $42. Nonetheless, kind of expensive for what's looking like a kind of a big Marvel Legend or a Diamond Select type figure. A little expensive. You know, not like he's got like soft goods like the Devilish Daring Man back there, who also cost about that much. Clearly, I'm a fan of me some Shadowland style Daredevil. But let's say we take a close look at the guy. Cause see if he's worth the $42 that was spent for him. Cause he does look pretty darn good, I must say. He is looking pretty good. Let's get a close-up of this guy, see what we're working with here. There goes his face. As you can see, Daredevil looks like he could use a nice little shave. Obviously, the costume was mostly molded plastic. I see the D's are raised on his costume. It looks like they are painted. Nice musculature on Murdoch here as we take a closer look at him all the way around. He has some texture weathering on his gloves, which I don't know is showing up on the camera, and on his boots. Looking pretty good. Does he got? Yeah, he has peg holes. Nice treads under there too. Yeah, he's looking good, and his costume looks really good, and he has a nice little superhero form there. You know, with his pinched waist. Look at Daredevil. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. But let's see, he's a Daredevil. You know, Daredevil has to be able to move a little bit. Let's see what kind of articulation that Murdoch is working with here. Let's see, it looks like Daredevil has some very effective double-jointed knees. Smooth double-jointed knees. They move good. Nice double-jointed elbows. Nice. Very good. There we go. Let's see. What kind of hips does he got here? Looks like they go out pretty good. And they're not restricted too much by his straps holding on his beat-up clubs. Oh, by the way, my apologies. I thought he only came with 1 beat-up stick. He came with 2 beat-up sticks. It was just attached to the end of the bow staff, which is floating around here somewhere mysteriously. But anyway, yeah, he has 2 beat-up sticks. They just attach. He just attached one. Just attaches to the bow staff. Let's see. Daredevil has butterfly joints, which allow not much movement. I don't know. They don't seem to be doing much here. But, you know, he can still spin it around a little bit there. And he can go out like so. Let's see. Yeah, the butterfly joints don't seem to be doing much of anything. But he does have a nice ab crunch here going forward. Nice ab crunch going back. That's pretty good there. No. He can rock it all the way to the left. He can rock it all the way to the right. So far, this is a very nicely articulated figure. That's for sure. Hold on now. There we go. Let's see. He has a ball joint on the head, which goes up so far. And goes down just so far. Not bad. Doesn't seem like there's any neck articulation here that I can tell. Okay. Of course, he has along with his chest swivel, he has a waist swivel, so Daredevil could, could wind up to punch somebody if he has to. If he has to wind up and go and lay somebody out, he can do it. Yeah, okay, this is a very nicely articulated figure. Okay. There you go. I think very, very solid articulation. Very good. Yep, his feet have rockers left and right. Doesn't look like he has any kind of thigh cut, but he does have some swivel in the thigh, which allows them to turn without a thigh cut. So there you go. I think that's pretty much all there is to Murdoch. His articulation, I think, is pretty good. And here goes Murdoch wearing his civilian head, his matte Murdoch head, which doesn't look too bad. Let's take a closer look at this one. See what we're working with here. He looks blind to me. He looks like blind Matt Murdock to me. There's a pretty nice face sculpt there. Pretty nice hair texture there. Okay, looks pretty good. Kind of a, man, he has a kind of a square chin there. Very square chin there for Murdoch. But yeah, he looks pretty good. That's not bad at all. He could really use a pair of red glasses though. Come on now. What is Murdoch without, what is Matt Murdock without his reddish sunglasses? And as we mentioned, Murdoch is a taller figure. Here he goes standing next to the similar Marvel Legends. As you can see, he is quite a bit taller than the Marvel Legends Shadowland Daredevil. Here he is standing next to our Mezco Daredevil. As you can see, he is quite a bit taller than that guy too. Let's see how he stands next to Devilish Daring Man. Devilish Daring Man here is also a little on the tall side, but he is still like a whole inch shorter than Murdoch. So there's that. For some more 7-inch style reference, here he goes next to a standard McFarlane figure, Aquaman. As you can see, they're almost the same height. Aquaman's a little bit taller than Murdoch. But if you wanted to work him with your Diamond Select collection, he'll be just about perfect with that, because here goes Murdoch next to the Diamond Select Taskmaster. He's a little bit taller than he is. Well, let's see, I got the Diamond Select Netflix Daredevil too. Let's check that guy out. See how. And here he goes next to the Diamond Select Netflix Daredevil, who he's also quite a bit taller than. But in all honesty, this Diamond Select is one of Diamond Select's smaller figures. This one is almost Marvel Legends size. Almost. Almost. Not quite. Almost. Let's see how he did. Let's see how he did in recreating this this cover right here. Who am I missing? Yep, they're all there. They are all there. But I will say, Marvel Legends, we need a new White Tiger anytime you wanna come with it, and just to see how good he looks with the other Shadowlands. Let's see, how does he look with the other Shadowlands? Oh, well, I think Murdoch kind of looks pretty much. Look, he looks better. He looks better than the Marvel Legends. How about Devilish Daring Man? How does Devilish Daring Man look? Since he is the more accurate version. Yeah, Devilish Daring Man looks good. He looks good. I gotta say, he looks good. Again, Devilish Daring Man is truly a nice representation of the Shadowland. But again, this is not about you, young man. You had your day in the sun. This is all about this guy. And he is a very good action figure. I'd even say he is a great Daredevil. He looks good. He articulates great. He has some very nice accessories, a nice array of hands, extra heads. We didn't even get into his wired beat up stick effects that he has. We'll probably take some pictures with them so you can see them in action. I guess the question is he worth $50? Maybe not. But if you can't get a hold of the Marvel Legends Shadowland Daredevil and you don't want to spend, upwards of $300 for the Mezco Daredevil and Devilish Daring Man isn't your cup of tea, if you want to spend a little bit of money for a very, very solid figure, it is a rock solid figure, despite the fact it is very expensive and a little bit tall. So as you can see, unless you want to fudge it, he is not going to fit well with your Marvel Legends. Still, this is a very nice figure. Expensive, but very nice.